Hello, beautiful people. Psychic Debbie here. Hoping you have a great morning, afternoon, or evening. Thank you for joining me tonight. I'm going to be talking about the lunar eclipse, September 7th, and I believe it's in Pisces. Woo! What's going to be happening? I'm going to talk about mystical and culture beliefs around it, the energy around it. I will be telling you about there's that accent again, about emotions and spiritual awakening things and things that you can let go, or even some exercises you can do around it, and then world predictions also. So thank you for joining me. Week of 22nd, Sandy says. I don't know why you're saying that. Yes, it is time, Raquel says. Yay, orange and blue looks great. This is it looks kind of orangey, but it's really a peach color. It's kind of like one of these peach colors that is on the drawing back here. If you saw it in person, it's a peachy kind of color. This blue necklace I got from one of the beautiful ladies on a retreat, Sandra Lillian. And then I thought I would do the whale because we're talking about Pisces, and I don't have a fish, so I thought I'd wear the whale brooch. So hey, Stefan, and Long Legs, and Bella. So, yep. Hi, Nevia, and Deidre, and Darla. So I feel like again, I feel like I'm in the romper room, and I see, Yes, Les, love the coral and the blue, Debbie. Thank you so much. Yeah, I don't have as much of this kind of color around. I need to get more colors of gold and yellows and stuff, but I don't know if it looks good on my skin. So that's why I think I draw more to the blues and all that kind of stuff. So hi, Dawn. Hi, Sandra. Hi, Angela Archia. I think that's what it says. Yes, I love it. Okay, so there's a lot of information that I'm going to give to you. This is, like I said, I'm going to talk about some kind of mystical beliefs that people do around a lunar eclipse. Also, this lunar eclipse, we are not going to see it in the States here, but like Europe and Africa and Australia, I think maybe parts of New Zealand, I'm not exactly sure, is going to see this, and this is around September 7th. Okay, so the information I'm giving you, sure, if it's for the lunar eclipse, but it's like I said, it's going to be from like now until some of it's going to be until September 21st. All right, so but I'm going to have you, some of this information I'm going to give to you is like the week before and the week after of the 7th, okay? Because you can feel that vibration. I don't know if you guys are feeling it, but I have been feeling it big time. But I've got Pisces rising, so it might be hitting me more than everybody else, the water bubbling. I should have it in the background, like these little bubbles coming up. Hello, Debbie, I'm a Pisces, Fatima. Yes, you're probably going to feel it. You're going to feel it. Gregory from South Florida. Hello. Elaine from Ohio. Love that. Patty, very pretty. Thank you. And someone's giving me a bunch of tulips. The Netherlands. Oh, there you go. Yes. Judith, I think it says. NL, the Netherlands. Yes. Thank you for the tulips. I love that. Cherry Blossom and Robin and Gloria. Debbie, you are so beautiful. Thank you for the wonderful work and prayers. Oh, you anytime, Tina. Yeah, this Thursday at 5 p.m. Pacific time. That's why I do my live Tuesdays 5 p.m. Pacific time, daylight savings time. And then on Thursday, I do the prayer thing. And this Thursday, it's going to be Sandalphon. I don't know why I sing it like it's Seraphim, but I go Sandalphon like that all the time when I'm calling Sandalphon. I say it's a boy, but some people can say it's a girl. And between the two worlds, helping world peace, bringing balance, earth, star, chakra, so that we can get grounded. But with that happening, I brought Sandalphon in because around September 7th, there could be a lot of shaking going on, especially around September 21st. So I brought Sandalphon for that kind of thing. Hey, Debbie from South Carolina. Maryland. 11 inches of rain in 24 hours last Friday. You did say water. Yep. Sorry. Something feels funny, like changes are coming. What do you feel? Yes. And I feel like it's this September. And like I said, I am not competing. I'm not going to say I know everything and everything, but this September could bring some major changes, good and bad. Okay. So I feel like it could bring a lot of good at the end of September after the 21st. But from now until the 21st, there could be a little bit of, and I'll be talking about that. Bella is from Ottawa, Canada. Okay. And North Carolina. Good evening, Debbie. Good evening, Joyce. Raquel, is it Raquel? Yes, because I called you Rachel before. Raquel just gave me 1111. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I really do. What do you do? What do you do so much, truly? Thank you. I'm not exactly sure what that means. Interesting. Okay. From Toronto, Canada. Yes. Okay, so it's 2:00 midnight, but always happy with Debbie. Thank you for everything you do. Oh, thank you, Judith. It's usually 8 hours ahead. So it's 9 hours now. It's funny because when we lived in Minnesota and we would call my grandparents or, family members from Minnesota, and it was always like 8 hours. We'd always have to try to figure out before we called them long distance. That was many years ago, though. Yeah. Okay. So, let me talk about the things that were going on and things like that. I'm going to do my little spiel in the beginning like I normally do. Please, if you're wanting to get a reading from me, please go to my website, psychicdebbie.com. If you're doing a phone reading, I'm going to repeat myself a couple weeks for this because I'm falling into this again. People are like, oh, I didn't know. I will not do it. If you're doing a phone reading, I need a photo of you because I read your aura, okay? That's the way I do my readings. Is if I see you on person, if it's like FaceTime or, WhatsApp or Zoom or whatever, I'm seeing you, then I don't really need a picture of you. If you're going to be talking about somebody else, I want you to send their pictures too. And what I'm doing is I'm reading their aura because everybody carries their stories in their aura and their eyes, okay? So no glasses. So if you're getting a phone reading, please make sure you send a photo. I cannot do a reading. I will not do a reading if you don't send a photo. I'm not trying to be rude, but there's a lot of people that are wanting readings. And if you can't do it, then keep it open because a lot of people are asking me, do I have any openings before? Because I think I'm out to December right now. So I don't have any openings. I don't have a list. Sorry, you guys. The list would be long anyways. But I'm grateful and blessed that I get to do all these readings for you beautiful people. All right. Again, on Thursday, if you're wanting to send a card or, even if it's just a postcard or a hi diddy or saying hello or, wanting to send a donation or package or whatever, please go to 5882 Oxnard, California, 93031. If it's a big package, it would be 1961 North C Street, 5882 Oxnard, California, 93031. Okay. Thank you for that. And please share, like, comment, subscribe, and ring the bell. I even had someone today. I had a couple people last week, and the week before. And I know I'm repeating myself. Please see if you're still subscribed. Please see if you're, because people were like, I didn't know you were live. Oh my gosh. I passed it up because the subscription was taken down. My husband watches this music guy who has many followers, hundreds and hundreds of thousands of followers, and they're taking them down from him too. So please check to see if you're still on there. Okay. I don't know if you guys heard about this, but I thought this was really cute, and they're making my nose itch. Sorry. Did you guys hear about the squirrel that was running around at the Yankee Stadium? And on this picture, it says, "It's nuts. Furry friend takes mound at Yankee Stadium." And they were waiting for the game because the squirrel's running around. I'm like, hey, that's our squirrel. Our mascot was in New York at the stadium. Isn't that cute? So yeah, how did it to our squirrel? So yeah. Someone said such Ala D says, I'm subscribed but didn't get the notification. Maybe you need to ring the bell. I don't know. I'm not sure why this is not working. I don't know what's going on. Thank you, Anna. Yeah, I got it from one of my clients at my retreat. Sandra and Lillian gave me this for my birthday. Yeah, that's like, what, 2-3 years ago. That's so funny. Squirrel, isn't that cute? The squirrel was wanting to play baseball. So they had to slow down the game because of the squirrel. Isn't that cute? Okay, let's see. What else is there that I need to before I start? Okay, so let me talk about the things that have come true. So many things have come true, and I could even add maybe 5 more things on here. But Lori sent me an email, and yeah, here we're gonna go squirrel. Debbie's like, ring my bell, ring my bell, ring my bell, my bell. Remember that song? So I think that's what Debbie's saying on here. Okay, squirrels. Lori sent me an email, and she said that there was a new warning about a deadly disease in New York City, a bacteria, legendary's disease from the air conditioning system usually found on cruise ships. It's a deadly disease. It's killing people. And they think the disease came from the air conditioning because they probably didn't clean it. Remember I was saying that last week? And I said it the week before. I kept on seeing this virus or disease that could be around cruise ships or on cruise ships or around Florida. So there is, and it's happening. So hopefully the cruise ships go around and clean their air conditioning, that kind of stuff. So that's a forewarning on that one. All right. Oregon, California, Montana, California, Arizona, Nevada, extreme heats and fires. Please send prayers. Now they're getting flooding. And I said that before. I said there were going to be this extreme heats, and now you're going to get floodings, and there's going to be a lot of washes. And unfortunately, there could be a lot of people that pass away. When I used to live in Arizona, yes, been everywhere, lived everywhere. But at that time, people would, I think I mentioned this before, and people that live in Arizona are going to go, yeah, I know what you're talking about, Debbie. It's like sometimes people don't realize that their home or their tent or their thing is on a wash, and the water doesn't come down in a trickle. It comes down in a wall. And there's a lot of people that, it goes down with that. So be careful in Arizona and those kind of places. All right. Thank you, Lori. Lori gave me $5. Thanks, Lori. Diddy. Okay, so there was a 7.5 earthquake in Argentina and Chile down below. People were writing me that. A couple people wrote me that. I think it's Shirley and Jeanette both said that to me. There was a 6.5 in El Salvador. There was South Carolina. Remember, I kept on saying South Carolina, the Midwest, that kind of area, Tennessee, Virginia, that kind of area. Boy, I'm looking at the map. I'm trying to picture it in my mind's eye here. Missouri, that kind of area could be getting a lot more earthquakes. Okay, so they had 7 of them. They had just shaking, but it just keeps on shaking and shaking and shaking. And they had 7 of them around South Carolina, Tennessee, those kind of areas. So maybe it's kind of forewarning you of a bigger one coming. So if you're living in that area, it's just a forewarning. I'm not saying it has to happen. This is not facts, but maybe have a bag ready. I'm just saying, just have a bag ready. It's not until I'm taping it September 10th. I don't know when he's going to put it up. Okay. I don't know when he's going to put that up. Okay. So, UK, heat, then winds and storms. Okay. The Sea of Galilee turned red because of algae. Remember I was saying there was going to be things in the water, poisons or oils or things that are going to be in the water. So the algae at the Sea of Galilee, it literally looks red. Look it up. It looks like it's red, and it's from the algae from that, okay? Louisiana, explosion, oil refinery, manufacturing company, privately owned. Remember, I was talking about oil and I was talking about explosions. I've been talking about explosions for about at least a month now, if not longer. And Spirit showed it to me in my mind's eye, and I kept on seeing these explosions and buildings and da-da-da. Unfortunately, I still see some more of that. I feel like that could go on until the end of September, okay? I'm going to say until October 10th, all right? Because I feel like there's still a lot more of that shaking going on. Kilauea is erupting again. Longlegs told me about that. Egypt, ancient artifact discovered in the Sea of Aegis. And it was like 200,000 years. I mean, it was this like really, really old artifact. Again, older than Egypt, older than the tombs and all that stuff that we found, above ground. And I've been talking about that. We're going to be starting to find these artifacts. And I feel like it's connected to truth. I feel like it's connected to frequency and vibration. I think these artifacts that they're finding under the sea, under the sand, is coming up again. And they're coming up on purpose. This is my thing. Okay, I'm not a scientist. I'm not a da-da-da. This is just what Spirit showed me. That there's some kind of frequency on there that we need to connect to that will help us with the frequency, vibration, sound, and water that we're going to be working with. Just like in the Egyptian tombs, they have, the 110 hertz, but it's, they have the wave or the symbol of like a vortex, and then one here, and then goes, and they're saying that it can help you rise and meditate and float and all that kind of stuff. So I feel like answers are coming out, even though they're from thousands of years ago. I think they're coming out to help us now. All right. Sky Johnson. Hi, Debbie. So glad I caught you live. I'm praying for you and your family. Just want another here to pray for my well-being. I'll pray for us all. Yeah. Connect on Thursday, you guys. Connect on Thursday. We'll do a lot of prayers on there. 2,000 cases of pop was recalled. Remember I was saying tin cans. Niagara Falls, there was a bus accident. Unfortunately, there was many people that passed, so prayer to them. John Deere, remember I was saying that we're going to have a lot of layoffs. And even though they might take down the interest rate in September, if they do the interest rate going down in September, I feel like they're going to have to. But again, I'm not a financial advisor. If they don't do it in September, they're going to have to do it at least one time this year, and then the stocks and everything is going to go up, okay? But I'm still seeing a lot of layoffs. Because of the tariff stuff. So John Deere, massive layoff. Thousands and thousands of people, stores shutting down, unfortunately. And that's because of the farmers, again, because of the tariff stuff. So it's just kind of circling around. Sorry about that, people. Argentina and Chile, violent crash, 19 hurt, 100 arrested. I forgot what that was. They clashed. I can't even read my writing. Sorry, you guys. Okay, there was a fire. I'll try to figure out that later. There was fireworks warehouse. It exploded in Pakistan. 4 people killed. Again, the explosion. I keep on seeing more explosions. And I don't know if it's because it's volcano's explosion or building explosion. I think it's both. All right. Thanks, Kathy. That was 443 people in the house. How did it? A rope bridge in China broke. 7 passed. Remember, I was talking about bridges. Again, that there's going to be more stories about bridges or structures that are over things that are going to fall down. It could be like a porch. It could be overhang. It could be, walking out to the Grand Canyon. I'm seeing those, not just bridges for cars and trains, but other kinds of bridges, other kind of coverings I'm seeing falling apart. Sorry, you guys, I'm still seeing that. The U.S. halted issuing workers visas for truck drivers. Remember I was talking about the truck drivers that they might either for ports or, bringing things in. They're not going to give people visas if you're from like Mexico and you're going to drive it in. They're not allowing a lot of them in, and they're not giving them the visa to come in. So that's going to create some more havoc around that too. Kanye West launched a meme coin that hit $3 billion and then it crashed. Okay. So remember I was talking about be careful of certain kinds of coins. And I've been talking about this for a while, so you guys know I was right on that one. I was like, be careful of whoever is creating these kind of coins and da-da-da. And you would think Kanye West coin would be, people that like him or believe in him or whatever. I don't listen to his music. Myself, and I don't really care for his character, but that's up to you. If you love him, great. But he made $3 billion and then it crashed, and a lot of people lost a lot of money. So sorry about that. And there was 1 million people protesting in Japan. A million people. So good news is they found a tiny new moon around Uranus. A little teeny little moon going me. Maybe it's a seed and it grows bigger and bigger. I don't know. I don't know how that works. Good news. China is doing everything they can to save the finless porpoise. The finless, they don't have the fin thing, they're porpoise, and they're doing everything they can to save so it doesn't be extinct. So I love that. Okay. Okay, and I think that's it for the things that came true. Okay. No way, not safe. I stand such a thief. Can't stand him, such a thief. I love Arizona. Sedona is beautiful. Yes, Sedona is gorgeous. Okay, so I'm going to start talking about my predictions of what's going on. I got a lot of information here, so I'm just going to kind of talk through them, okay? I feel like there's going to be, it's kind of a weird prediction, but Spirit showed me this, an extinct bird or a bird they thought is extinct or is getting extinct gives birth and thought was, lost, and they find it, because they showed me 3 birds. They showed me like a mama and a papa and a little baby underneath it. And it might be around the penguins, but I'm thinking it's some kind of other exotic bird that could be found. Again, I want you to be careful. Here's another prediction that came true. An explosion on a cargo ship by the Baltimore Bridge again over there. And there was a cargo ship that had an explosion, and it was by the Baltimore Bridge. I think someone gave me that information. And again, I said I saw a ship and the bridge and an explosion. So that one came true. So squirrel on that one. Okay. Okay, so careful in group settings, events, protesting. Please, please, please be careful, especially if you're in the roadway. I've been saying this for a while. Please, please, please be careful with these protests in group settings. I'm seeing a church could be attacked. I'm seeing an old folks home could be something happening there. I also see like a big warehouse or something happening in that space. And I feel like this energy is going to go on until about October 10th. And then I'm seeing things turning around for the better. So that's my predictions. Your emotions and water issues. There's going to be water things going on because of this lunar eclipse in Pisces. So it's all about water, ships in water, tornado in water, waves in water. There could be even a tsunami in water, flooding in water, the storms. It's going to be a lot of water things around the week before, the 7th, and the week after, for sure. Okay. Let's see. I was showing this before, and it's funny because Spirit today said one of the predictions that you're going to give to the people. And I was showing this from someone I knew that passed from being in a helicopter. They showed me a helicopter, that a rescue helicopter would be getting into a crash. Well, one happened in Arizona, and I think another one happened in France. Spirit told me to look because, I'm busy doing readings and doing all this stuff. And they said, look up, helicopter crash. And I'm like, why? And they're like, it's one of your predictions, Debbie, look it up. And I'm like, okay. And I looked, and one was in Arizona and one was in France. But I'm still seeing another helicopter issue. Okay. This one could be around, guess what? Water, or because there's a storm going on. Okay. So helicopter. All right, a little bit about you is there's going to be personal transformation this eclipse. It could bring about profound transformation, okay? That's up to you if you want to transformate or not. But you're going to see a lot of other people around you being different, okay? Like I said, it could be as simple as they dyed their hair red, or they were wearing a mohawk, or all of a sudden they're wearing goth, or they all of a sudden became very religious, or there could be a transformation of some good transformation of like they were an alcoholic and now they're going to AA and they're getting help, or a transformation of they were sick and all of a sudden they're healthy, or you got that job that you wanted, or you got that raise that you wanted. transformation, you're getting married, you're getting engaged. It can be really good transformations too. So allow those in. It doesn't have to be bad transformations. I don't feel like it has to be bad. I'm seeing truth being shown and it's going to be ripped open. Okay. So encouraging, reinventing your identity and personal goals. This is a fantastic time if you've got personal goals. Release the people. Again, this is my way. If there's people that what you think you need to forgive, because sometimes when you're over forgiving somebody, they're using that against you, and you're carrying their stories. If you get a reading from me and you were wanting to release blockages, I'm really good at it, psychicdebbie.com. That's part of the thing, is releasing them, not you. Okay, so there could be a lot of releasing I'm going to say this whole month of September for sure. And you might be one of the ones that they're releasing. I feel I have a couple of people who are going, I'm not talking to you anymore. And I'm like, okay, great. I don't know what I did, but that's okay. And obviously I'm not in their vibrational space. Okay. Or maybe it's like, I want to go further and they're like, I'm good where I'm at, Debbie. I don't need to grow. And I don't want to, follow you through this adventure that you're going through. Great. Fantastic. So it might be you. Hi, Loretta. Your guides are so spot on. Thank you, Gloria. Nicole's like, amen. Positive transformation is my hope for everyone. Yes, I agree. There was an explosion here in North Carolina land, and evacuations from the coastal areas, bridge wiped out because of floods, and all in 1 week. There we go. That's the spirit. They're really good. There was a helicopter crash in Lincoln, Montana. And Lincoln, Montana, is it Lincoln County or the town Lincoln, Montana? I think Lincoln, Montana. That's just up the road from where my cabin is. So yeah. Yep, I'll be talking about him in a little bit here, Mary. I'll be talking about him. Release everyone. Bye, you guys. I'm releasing you. Not talking to you anymore. No, just kidding. Please release me. Let me go. I don't need you anymore. Remember that song? Yes. Okay. Here's some cultural and mythological beliefs. I said that last word wrong, but that's okay. So the Inca thinks the moon is attacked by a jaguar, and I love jaguar. That's my spirit animal, is jaguar. I don't know if it's what yours is, but I love jaguar. So they say that the moon is attacked by a jaguar. So the people shout to make noise to protect it. So maybe even though you're not seeing it in America, but if you're in Africa or Australia or parts of Europe or whatever that are seeing it, maybe yell at, hey, let go of the moon, let go of that moon. Hindus say the Rahu swallows the moon, and the people fast and chant and cleanse before and after to ward off influence. So these are some of the rituals you can, if you want to choose to do, to bring some positivity and bring abundance and bring in the seed of for this new transformation that's coming to you. So that's why I'm saying them to you. Africa, the eclipse symbolizes conflict between the sun and the moon, and are at a time of connecting again. Isn't that beautiful? So that they're having a conflict, and then they're like, oh, let's be friends. I love you. Isn't that cute? I like that. Native American, like Navajo Hupa. I'm not sure how the other one. Some believe the moon is ill and needs healing. Others see it as a sacred time for ceremony. So maybe if the moon is ill, it needs to rest. Maybe that's why we have the lunar eclipse, and it's telling you maybe you need to rest. Maybe that's why you're going to be tired, or maybe why you got a lot of energy. I don't know how this is affecting you. Me, sometimes I'm like, like right now, and then other times I'm like, I'm sleeping. So connect with the energy. Crazy lightning here today. Fantastic. Okay, the Chinese and Asian, the moon is being swallowed by a beast or a dragon. People make noise, drums, bells, even firearms to protect the moon. And modern spiritual new age eclipse seems to be as a moment for introspection, releasing, energetic cleansing. Many use it for rituals, journaling, and meditation. So do you have a ritual? I say bring in the moon. I say I and the moon are one, and the moon and I are one. And then I say it about like 6 to 9 times, and then ask it a question. And the first thing that comes to my head, yes, no. It can't be a maybe. It can't be a I wonder. It's either a yes or a no, or go forward, don't go forward, or telling you're going to get an insight of which way to go. It's a really powerful time if you're wanting to do that. This is a blood moon. So the blood moon in Pisces may stir deep intuition, emotional release, karmic. There's going to be a lot of karma. You're going to see people karma, and well-known people are going to get karma around the world. You're going to be like, oh, damn. You're going to be like, damn, like that. There could be some really big karma coming back, okay? Good and bad, though. If you're a good person and you've been sending love and light, but you have to allow. You got to surrender, stop, and let the people give to you now. If you've been giving, if you're like, Debbie, I've been giving since the day I was born, then sit your little furry buttocks down and see who's going to give to you and say, I allow. It might not be your friends or family members. It might be your neighbor. It might be a stranger. Okay? Allow. People are going to be very, very sensitive. Very sensitive. Okay? So they're going to be stressed, anxiety, mood swings. If you need to talk to somebody, please. If you're feeling depressed, please call a hotline. Please call your family. If you know someone that is moody, that can get into depression, that feels sad about themselves, call them 3 days before the 7th, on the 7th, and 3 days after, at least, to make sure they're okay. Do I need to come over? Let me bring some chicken in a bucket for you, and let's watch a funny comedy or something, okay? Or maybe they just need someone to talk to. Be in there. Positive energy could be there. Opportunities for seeking, healing, spiritual practice, intention setting. Perfect time. This eclipse is release. Okay? Are you looking for something, or are you complaining about something? Or are you looking for something to complain about? Or are you looking for something to love about? I love that. I love that. If you say, I love that, 3 days before the 7th and 3 days after, instead of complaining about anything, and every time you complain about something, those 7 days, turn it around and go, nope, every time you complain, you got to say 3 I loves. I love my cup. I love my hair. I love my necklace. I love you, beautiful people. Okay, so what are you looking for? What are you right fighting? Don't hang around with the right fighters. So what's going to be happening? Okay, and I'm going to get into other predictions here. Truth, darkness revealed cannot do the same. Truth and darkness cannot be in the same energetic space. Okay. So that's why I'm saying I love this. That gives me joy. I, Debbie, is happy, healthy, whole, and complete. I, Debbie, is happy, joyful, loving, caring. You can't have truth and darkness at the same time. And that's this lunar eclipse is showing you can't have truth and darkness at the same time. You're having a lunar eclipse, it's dimming down the light, but the light is behind it, right? So you take away and then you see the light again. I saw the light. Okay, so allow the change. We will know what to acknowledge. You need to acknowledge the change. You need to acknowledge the darkness before you can change it, right? It's like if you don't acknowledge something, how are you going to change it? So a lot of things that might be showing in your face. Someone might come up to you and go, you're ornery, or you can be a little bitchy, or when you think you're joking around, I take it really sensitively. So it's like, I got to acknowledge that. Okay, some people are very sensitive. They can't handle the way I do my jokes, and I need to think of other people's emotions. That would be acknowledging a darkness. So that's going to be coming up for you guys a lot. Okay. Totally makes sense. Bring on the truth. I allow the change. That is so true, Debbie. Love my chocolate. Okay. So we need to acknowledge, not I know. If someone, this is me again, and sometimes I can be a little brat. I get that. But when you're telling somebody something, I do a lot of readings, and a lot of times the body, the fear, worrying, and doubt fights me big time. And I'm like, oh my gosh, your fear, worrying, and doubt, the body of you is really fighting me. It really does not want the spirit of you to be in control, to be up front. You know what I mean? That fear, worrying, and doubt is so in depth in your body. And so sometimes when people do not want to change, they'll just go, I know. I know, Debbie, I know. They don't really know, because if you did know, you wouldn't be doing what you're doing, right? So acknowledge your things that you think you know about and that maybe you don't know about it. And it's not losing control. It's allowing a simple change, a new perspective. And that's why we're here on Earth, is to see different perspectives, to be in the is, so that there is no judgment. Okay. So I acknowledge, for there I have to change. Choose. I acknowledge, therefore I have to change. Choose. Choose. Choose how you want it to change. If you're like, I don't want to acknowledge it because it's going to choose it, it's going to change for the worse. No, it can change for the better. It's your choice. It's your choice of how you want to acknowledge it. Okay, so I hope that I'm making sense on that one. Okay. Emotional is Pisces rules subconscious. This eclipse helps brings hidden feelings to the surface for healing. See the red flags. Allow the healing. Allow the truth. There's going to be a lot of truth being shown, people. There's going to be a lot of truth going to be shown around the world, through politics, through leaders, through your neighbors, your husband, your wife, your friends. A lot of truth is going to be shown. See it for what it is. Acknowledge it. And again, you can choose to hide or change it. All right. Your dreams are going to be huge, huge. Okay. Intuition is going to be huge. Signs will be appearing more. If you're like, I keep on seeing feathers and numbers and pennies and da-da-da-da, it might be triple. Might be triple. Or even ask your family members to give you the signs. I saw the sign. I don't think that was I saw the light, right? But listen to your dreams. Okay, listen to your dreams. So you're going to have strong dreams. And if you're like me, I don't remember my dreams. I think it's because I'm in this altered state all day long. And my body's like, are you freaking kidding me? I don't want to go up there again. It's like, sleep. But if you have your dreams, if you don't remember your dreams, say, I want to remember my dreams. And what is it that I need to know? You know what I mean? And you can say, I'm protected. Debbie, is protected. I'm only allowing the highest vibration to come through me. Let me remember my dream and, what's the signs trying to say to me. It's going to be really, really strong, especially around this time. Pisces can bring in the fog. So that's why I'm saying some people might just see the fog, all right? But the eclipse is trying to help you clear the mist. It will reveal the truth. And what are you wishing for? Show the truth of that wish. Okay? Show the truth of that wish. Allow to see the truth, even if it's not what you want. Here we go. Allow the truth to be shown to you. Again, you get to choose to ignore it, acknowledge it, do something about it. Allow the truth to be shown. It's going to be shown anyways, if you ignore it or not. Okay. Old emotions and karma is going to be cycling back. Okay. So release the guilt and the shame. This is not the time to have shame. This is not the time to have guilt. Release it. Release it, release it, release it. It's done. It's the past. You can't bring it back. You can't change it. Let go of the shame. Let go of the guilt. Okay. This is a wonderful time for you to be, if you're creative, if you're intuitive, if you're a psychic, you're wanting to write a book, you're wanting to start a business, you're wanting to paint, you're wanting to do carpentry, you're wanting to do your garden, you're wanting anything that's creativity in every form is a powerful time. This is a wonderful time to connect. If you're like, I haven't painted in 3 years, Debbie, great. Bring the paints out. Bring the paints out. Such a la di, I don't know how to say your thing. It says, I found 5 dimes, 3 the first time, 2 the second time. Wonder if it means anything. Well, maybe the numbers, look at the date on the dimes. Is it someone's year, someone's birthday? Look at, was it heads up? Was it good luck? Were you asking something when you were there? Were you going towards something when you found them? Okay. Exactly, even if it's not what I want, bring on the truth. Yes, truth really frees us. Yes, it does. Bald eagle tells me what I'm feeling, thinking it's true. I'm on the right path. Fantastic. If that's your sign, fantastic. Okay. I keep on finding feathers. Yeah, feathers is my thing. Feathers is my thing. I'm really connecting to people that have passed many, many years ago. Connections. This person keeps on showing me all this highlight and all this stuff. And I'm like, okay, I got to listen. I love it. But it's a new tapping into even a higher spiritual place. And that's why they were saying, let me talk about this too, not just the predictions. Okay. Tap into yourself. Is this a sign? Am I doing for me or am I doing for others? I want you to do for you. 3 days before the day and 3 days after. Do for you. Sit down. Sit your little furry little butt down and allow. And if nobody's allowing to you, then you allow for yourself. The rest, the sleep, the cup of tea, looking at the nature, going for a walk, taking that bath, whatever it is that give you joy and excitement, allow, okay? Like I said, the dreams are going to be very, very vivid and strong. The blessings of a Pisces eclipse is reconnecting to spiritual purpose, a chance to emotionally reset, deal with healing, about releasing grief and lost dreams, strengthening your psychic gifts, and being creative. I kind of said that before. Okay. So now I'm going to be kind of doing predictions. All right. So this Pisces is going to bring a lot of emotions, physical, but also affect our economy, especially anything connected to water, oil, pharma, also short-lived. There's going to be swings. I feel like this is going to be definitely from now until the 21st of September. And I will do a show on the 21st of September because that's the solar eclipse, the partial solar eclipse. There could be a lot of swinging going on, okay? Especially around crypto, okay? That's why the oil prices are going to be rising because of Russia and Ukraine because of the war, and they're threatening each other's supplies, all right? So be careful with that. The oil, the gas, and everything could be going up on that, all right? We need to be, there could be a lot of emotional trading going on. So I'm not a financial advisor, but connect to your bank, connect to whoever you talk to. Be careful, especially around tech. Like I said, oil, pharmacy, water, shipping, ports. If you have stocks or anything in that kind of area, or even cryptos, be careful on that. There could be a little bit of a panic dip around cryptos, especially around the 7th till the 21st, okay? So I want you to be careful with that. Okay, I don't know if you lovely people saw this, if you guys are connected to TikTok or anything like that, but there was a psychic that was saying that the president was going to pass away. I think it was August 24th. If I got the wrong date, let me know. But I wrote on here on TikTok, there was a psychic that predicted the president could have passed from illness or harm done to him on August 24th. He didn't, of course. I feel that the lunar eclipse will affect more outside of him than inside. Yes, is he ill? Of course he's ill. We all know he's ill. We know that he's having problems with his kidneys and water and circulation, heart, all that kind of stuff. I feel that he wouldn't pass now. I feel like it would be more in the springtime. But I could be wrong. That's what they're showing me now. Okay. He needs to be careful. There could be a financial investigation or more scandal other than Epstein, or a legal tax debt might be made, or he may seclude himself in a ball. It's like, where did he go? Why haven't we seen him for 10, 15 days or 20 days? Okay. He might seclude himself. Okay. He doesn't want to, there could be this shocking news either about him or something shocking that he does, and then he secludes himself. Okay. I'm seeing him being very confused of like, what should I do? Should I go this way or that way? Or should I just seclude myself? Okay. This could be not a very good month for him until the end of September. Okay. So from now until September 21st, whatever way he needs to protect himself, he needs to protect himself. There could be public protests. There could be backlash on him. He could get very, very upset, and then it's filmed. Okay. There could be leaks, or he's forced to change something and he doesn't want to. And you can see him having a fit about it or something like that. There could be some even more exposure than other than Epstein, that he's involved in something else. If it's not him, then it's the cabinet or some people that are working around him. It doesn't have to be just around him, okay? The first week, he needs to be extra careful this September. If he lays low until September 1st, then more opportunities could come to him, and we might not hear about all this stuff that's going on. We might not hear it in September, but we might hear it in October, November, or even next year. Like, what? That happened then? Where? What? I don't feel like we're going to hear all. I think a lot of things are going to be hidden from us, and he might even hide this month of September because people are going to go, okay, this is not a good month. You chose to do this. People are upset. You need to be protected. Okay, so that's up to him. All right. It sounds like a rat hiding out. Astrology have seen that. Really, Gloria? I haven't heard anybody talk about it. I know. Okay, you are the best. Thanks, Samantha. People are talking to each other. He gives so much. They're talking about cooking or something. Okay. So I had a client. She wrote me, and I think I told you guys, but maybe I don't know. I give you guys so many predictions. I need to, and then I should probably make films of all the predictions that have come true, and which is a lot of them. But a client asked me if crypto around now, around August or whatever, when it went up to 125 and then it went down a little bit to like 118, and then I kept on seeing it going to just staying at 118, and she's like, oh, do you think it no, it went up to 120, it didn't go up to 125. And then she's like, oh, is it going to go up to 125? And I'm like, no, I'm seeing it go down further than 118. I'm seeing it could be around 113, 110, something like that, and it did. All right, so it went she said it went down to 109. All right. So they were saying about that, truth is going to be shown around the stock market or cryptos. It could be volatile. It could be a correction. Still be cautious until the 21st, until the partial solar eclipse. That's what I got written on these little sticky notes. Oh, you can't even see it. Sticky notes. I've got like, I don't know how many sticky notes here. Because I write up these predictions weeks ago, just like with the helicopter thing, it was like a week ago. And I even write predictions that I'm going to talk about in October right now. You guys just don't hear about it. So then it already happened. And I'm like, oh, okay, it already happened. Spirit's like, it already happened, Debbie. I'm like, I didn't get to tell the people. And they're like, oh, well, they just got to trust you. Okay, so September 4th, there could be a pullback around, again, I'm not a financial advisor, okay? But there could be an increase of vitality around September 4th to the 7th, okay? I'm going to say from September 4th to September 10th. There could be an up thing going up a little bit around September 10th. So be careful around the 10th. It could go up a little bit and go down again until the 21st, all right? September 4th, this first week of September, I would be in the lookout. I would watch out, all right? I've got so much paperwork here. Okay, so then I had on here September 1st through the 4th, pushbacks from states, legal filings, lawsuits, injunctions against federal control. So there could be that. There could be high energy standoff, possible civil disobedience, public arrest, tension between states and federal forces. I'm seeing that could be around September 13th to the 15th. Am I saying it can only happen at that time? No, I'm seeing until probably around till September 21st or October 10th. Okay, so I'm seeing that. It says confrontations, major headline news. I wouldn't be surprised. And it doesn't mean it has to be around the market or the crypto. It could be around volcano or big, huge headline news that could be happening in September. So also, I feel that the silver and gold are going to go way up. They're going to go, especially around the end of September, October. So I'm seeing that going way up. And so, again, I'm not a financial advisor, so maybe look into that, okay? The U.S., the West Coast, like Washington, Oregon, or California, Again, possible earthquakes, rumbling, especially Alaska and Russia up there, you guys. Pacific, there could be a volcano in the Pacific. I've been talking about it for a while, and I'm going to keep on talking about it until it happens, because I know it's going to happen. I just feel like September, October. I feel like the volcano in in Alaska will erupt the end of September or the beginning of October. If it's going to rumble, I feel like it's going to rumble there. Okay, there could be drought and fire, and but then all of a sudden there's going to be cooling. The U.S., the Northwest there, Montana, Washington, Colorado, parts of Idaho, Canada, of course, Alaska. You guys are going to get snow. I wouldn't be surprised if you don't get snow in September. I'm serious. So it's going to be this heat and then cold. Heat and then cold, okay? And then there could be even a tornado in a weird space. It's like, what the hell? Washington's got this big tornado going through. Look out for that, okay? Makes total sense, Debbie. Thank you. The U.S., the Atlantic and the East, especially around New York, Pennsylvania, Virginia, and North Carolina. Flood risks, I guess that it's going like that. Watch out for your shipping. Muddy, certain kind of energy. Buildings could be falling down, okay? The U.S. Great Lakes, around the Great Lakes like Superior or Michigan, there could be a disruption in travel, like a shipping or a port or a train or something like that. There could be a possible storm, again, ports and shipping. Alaska, around Anchorage, also that near that Tracy Arm, where we had the rumbling, we had the earthquake. I'm seeing that again. Be careful with travel there if you're going to be traveling. I'm not saying not to go, but be careful with travel. Okay, there could be a surprise. Hello, this happened. A big rumbling going down the hill. Doesn't mean that the volcano is going or an earthquake, but there could be like a big major slide. Canada, especially the Yukon area, Ontario, Quebec, wildflowers. Here I go again with the wildflowers. I said that last time. Wildfires. Flooding, some major pollution. So is that because there's an eruption? I'm seeing pollution. I'm seeing like, it's really dark. Okay. Kind of like, I didn't talk about it. Oh yeah, I did, about that sandstorm that went through Phoenix. I mean, I'm seeing something like that for Canada. Like there's pollution, or, what we call smog here, but more, pollution than the fog. Okay. Let's see, rumbling, landslide, yes. North Europe, like Northern Ireland, Ukraine, Norway, Sweden, and parts of England, there could be flood risks. Watch out for the storm. There's going to be doubts about the government. There could be something going on with the government. So there could be some major social upheaval or major protests. All of a sudden, it's like people are down the street destroying things. I hope I'm wrong on that. I hope I'm wrong. Iceland, there could be volcanic action, pressure underneath the earth again. Europe, France and Spain, heat waves again. Remember, I've been talking about that for a while. Wildflowers, here we go again. Wildfires. And there's going to be a leader in Europe. I don't know where, might be France, might be Spain, I don't know, that either they stepping down or something happens to them or they say something. Because, this lunar eclipse is not just around the president, it's around other leaders too, that could be, secrets are revealed, or like, what, or they do something and you're like, what? But I'm seeing upheaval after this, whatever happens, okay? Russia, the Middle East, political tensions more than normal. Like I was saying, they could be bombing each other's oil supply and then it will go up again. Okay. So it could be something like that, or one's put on fire and one's exploded or whatever. So be careful around that. Africa, there could be floods, unrest, but there's going to be aid. I feel like other countries are going to give aid to Africa. They're going to give them the food and water or help them with that too. So that's a good thing, all right? There could be a major shift around Africa. Asia, China, that kind of thing, flooding, conflicts again. agriculture. There could be something wrong with the agriculture, like there's a fire or something got destroyed or it got flooded or something like that. All right. Japan, they got to focus on their trade and the tariffs. There's going to be something around the tariffs again. Taiwan needs to be careful and look out for China and the threats. And Australia and New Zealand, again, fires, earthquakes, waves. But there could be some good news around Australia and New Zealand. Say there's a major earthquake, and of course the people are going to get together and help each other. Or there could be some good, really good news, like maybe for around the indigenous people, or that they're going to say, you know, this date is honoring the indigenous people or the land or something like that. Okay, so I made it through an hour. That's why I was talking really fast. Do I see hurricanes for PEI Canada? I don't know if I see hurricane, but I do see major waves. Storms like that. Okay. So I've got a couple more minutes. I don't know if anybody else is, like I said, people are talking with each other here. Thumbs up. Good night. Good night. Sleep tight. Velvet Zane to you. We multitask, Debbie. Yes, we do. So, okay, well, I'm going to give you guys blessings and smiles. Thank you for watching and connecting. This Thursday, we are going to connect to Archangel Sandalphon and a Earth Star. That's why I have this big chunk of labradorite there for connecting to the higher realm, to this realm, bring peace and harmony to Earth, which we want, right? It's coming, you guys. It's coming. I feel like in October, mid-October on, there will be some good news. Okay, so we're going to make it. We're going to make it. Just hold on. Choose wisely. Choose wisely. All right? The truth is going to be shown to you. Ignore it or acknowledge it. I want to give you blessings and smiles. And until Thursday or Tuesday, bye-bye.